Could Iran become a great power once again? To answer that question, we must look to Iran's past. For centuries, Persia, as it was formerly known, was a major cultural and economic center. Its influence stretched from the Mediterranean to India, and its cities were renowned for their wealth and sophistication. However, in recent centuries, Iran has been overshadowed by the rise of Western powers. European empires carved up much of the Middle East, and Iran was forced to play a defensive game, trying to protect its independence and sovereignty. The 1979 revolution was a turning point. It ousted the Western-backed Shah and established an Islamic republic. But the revolution also led to a period of isolation and conflict, including a devastating war with Iraq. Today, Iran faces numerous challenges. Its economy is struggling under the weight of sanctions, and its political system is authoritarian. It also faces regional rivals such as Saudi Arabia and Israel, who view it with suspicion and hostility. Despite these challenges, there are also factors that could favor Iran's rise. It has a large and well-educated population, a strategic location, and significant natural resources. It also has a strong sense of national identity and a long history of independence. Moreover, Iran has a number of potential strengths that it could draw upon. It has a sophisticated military-industrial complex, a network of allies and proxies in the region, and a rich cultural heritage that appeals to many people around the world. Of course, Iran's nuclear program remains a major source of contention. If it were to develop nuclear weapons, it would likely trigger a regional arms race and further destabilize the Middle East. However, if it can find a way to resolve this issue peacefully, it could open up new opportunities for cooperation and integration. So, what are the possible scenarios for Iran's future? One is that it remains a pariah state, isolated and sanctioned by the West. Another is that it becomes a regional hegemon, dominating its neighbors and challenging the existing world order. But there is also a third possibility, that Iran becomes a great power in a more positive sense, a country that contributes to regional stability and global prosperity. This would require it to reform its political system, open up its economy, and improve its relations with the rest of the world. In order to achieve this, Iran would need to undertake significant internal reforms. It would need to create a more open and democratic political system, one that respects human rights and the rule of law. It would also need to liberalize its economy, attracting foreign investment and creating new opportunities for its citizens. At the same time, Iran would need to build trust and cooperation with its neighbors and the wider world. It would need to resolve its disputes peacefully, respect international norms and laws, and contribute to the fight against terrorism and extremism. Whether Iran can achieve this remains to be seen, but it is clear that it has the potential to play a much more positive role in the world. If it can overcome its internal challenges and build bridges with its neighbors, it could become a major force for stability and progress in the Middle East and beyond. The future of Iran is not predetermined. It will depend on the choices that its leaders and people make in the years to come. But one thing is certain. Iran is a country with a long and rich history, and it has the potential to shape the future of the Middle East and the world.